Hey, today I'm gonna go over 7 tax items that most people miss. And if we're just meeting, I'm Casey, an accountant at a Fortune 200 company. So let's jump right into the first item people typically miss is forgetting to deduct their student loan interest. Oh yes, this especially applies to recent grads. So if you're paying off those student loans, you can typically deduct up to $2,500 of interest a year. This deduction is available even if you don't itemize your deductions, which is huge. So definitely do not overlook this one. Second up, the home office deduction. So if you're running your own business, yep, you can deduct some of that space. The simplified method is $5 per square foot up to 300 square feet. But remember, you have to designate this space to your workspace only. It cannot double as your bedroom or your TV room. Deduction number 3, medical and dental expenses. If you had significant medical or dental expenses that were not covered by your insurance, you might be eligible to deduct a portion of them. For example, medical expense deduction exceeding 7.5% of AGI, adjusted gross income. The rule here is that you can deduct qualified medical expenses that exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income. And these things include like doctor's visits, prescriptions, and even some home improvements that are medically necessary, like installing a wheelchair ramp. Deduction number 4, self-employment tax. For those of you who are self-employed, here's the big one, the self-employment tax deduction. When you work for yourself, you pay both portions of Social Security. You pay the employer and the employee portion. But the good news is you can deduct half that amount. The self-employment tax deduction is, i.e., 50% of self-employment. Deducting half of your self-employment tax reduces your taxable income, which can mean big savings. So make sure to take advantage of this if you're a freelancer, contractor, or a business owner. Tax deduction number 5, charitable contributions. Charitable contributions are often forgotten, but they're a great way to give back and save on taxes. And here's the best part. You don't have to itemize to claim some charitable deductions. Charitable contributions up to $300 for individuals and $600 for couples. And remember, for those of you taking the standard deduction, you can still claim up to $300 for individuals and $600 for couples for cash donations. Just make sure to keep a receipt or documentation of your contributions. Deduction number 6, educator expense deduction. Now this one is for all the teachers and educators out there. The educator expense deduction. Teachers can deduct up to $300 of out-of-pocket expenses for things like classroom supplies, books, and software. So if you are a K through 12 educator and you've spent money on supplies that make learning fun and engaging for students, make sure you claim this deduction. It's a small way to get a little bit back of what you've given. And finally, and in my opinion, most important, deduction number 7, which is retirement contributions. Oh yes, one day before you know it, it's gonna be time for you to retire. So take advantage of the tax deductions while you can. Contributing to a retirement plan like a typical traditional IRA can actually lower your taxable income. So it's a win-win for you and your future. Now for 2023, if you're under 50, you can contribute up to $6,500 per year. Now, if you're over 50, you can contribute up to $7,500 per year. This is a great way for you to save for your future while reducing your tax bill. And if you want to learn a little bit more about accounting basics, you can purchase my very short ebook off of Amazon.